We are going live.
This meeting is being live streamed. I guess I click on got it, right?
We got it. And we did it on time. We're not all just smiling, waiting for us to go live. Good morning, Rosie.
Good morning, Michelle.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I could use another cup of coffee.
Well, I'll wait while you go get it.
No, it's okay. It's good. It's all good.
I've had my share today. I've had my walk. What have you done this morning?
I took my dog out for a walk also. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. She's going to come running over here and want to go out again.
Oh.
Yeah, we were out and we had a nice long one and she did her business and then we came back and she got breakfast and then I got into the shower and had a coffee and here I am.
Yay!
Yay!
So we haven't been able to do an interview with you yet. So
Yeah. Today's the day.
I know. I finally cornered you because you are probably one of the most beloved people at Resonant Essentials because you're such a warm, caring person.
Oh, what a nice thing to say. Thank you. I don't know that's so deserved, but thank you anyway.
Well, you are, and you keep a very low profile.
I like to do that. I sort of like to travel incognito.
No. Sorry, Max is coming up to visit.
Oh, I love Max. How's he doing?
Well, he's doing okay.
How's his little eye?
His little eye needs to get poked again, but we're okay.
Oh, good.
Anyway, instead of Max, here's Mystic Max.
Hello, Mr. Mystic Max the
Magnificent.
It's Mystic Max the Magnificent. That blue collar on his black fur really pops. That looks pretty.
That was Cheyenne that picked that.
Oh, perfect for him.
Anyway, we'll let everybody say hi to Mystic Max, and now we're going to get on.
He's so cute. I still want a reading from him, you know.
He'd probably tell you more than I could.
Not necessarily.
Anyway, so, you're a fellow Galoopian.
Yes, I am. I don't usually claim it, though, because I consider that one of the armpits of the world. I know that's a terrible thing to say.
It really is, because there are people out there, we haven't lived there in a long time.
A long time.
Probably gotten better.
Yeah. Oh, has it gotten better? Well, I like driving through there and I love to eat there because I love they have Jerry's. I like Jerry's restaurant there. It's really good.
Gennaro's.
Yeah. I like, and it's fun to sort of see the old stomping grounds.
We'll have to make a road trip.
Yeah, we should do a road trip.
That sounds good. We will. But back in the day, it was pretty biased and racist. And
oh yeah.
It was pretty violent.
It was a tough place to be. It was a really tough place to be.
So I understand why you say it's an armpit, but it's not like that anymore.
Well, that's good news. It's really good news.
I think that a lot of people who are the angry people are kind of dying off.
Have gone away. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Did they go away or did they just die off?
Well, it's kind of that town. Down. Anyway, so, you've been a psychic medium for a long time.
Well, yeah, but I was raised Catholic. And so that was a taboo. So I suppressed it for decades.
Did you really?
I really did. I mean, I used it when I always had help. My peeps, my guides, I call my peeps, were always there. They were always feeding me information and taking good care of me. I just didn't really understand what was going on. I just knew I should listen, but I didn't talk about it because it just got me into trouble. Yeah. You know about that.
Yeah, I went to the shrink because of it.
Yeah. Well, I was told that if I didn't stop talking about it, I was told if I didn't stop, I would go to the shrink.
Yeah. Schizophrenia. You must go.
Yeah. You hear voices in your head. You're psychotic.
Well, when you hear them outside your head, you're psychotic too, but that's okay.
Yeah.
it kept me out of trouble too. So how old were you when you started opening back up?
Oh my God. I was probably, well, I did fits and starts. Like I hit my teens and I thought, this is ridiculous. I know this stuff. I should be doing this stuff. So I did it more on the sly, but I copped to the fact that, yeah, this is real for you. Your clairs are real for you, whether anybody else believes it or not. Just because they don't believe in clairs, it doesn't mean clairs don't believe in them. So, and then when I was in my early 20s, I ended up with dating and living with this guy who had a better understanding of who I was and what I did than I did, because I was still trying to suppress because of my upbringing. And so he pushed me along unknowingly. And then finally, in my 30s, I quit fighting it. And then it was like a dam broke.
I wonder if that's a Gallup thing or if that's just a.
I don't know, but I felt like I
medium
had jumped
thing.
out of an airplane and I was in a free fall, and it was exciting and it was scary all at the same time. And it was this deluge of stuff that just started coming through. And I thought, well, I can drown or I can swim. So I jumped in and started swimming. And then when I moved to Arizona in the early 90s, I got really serious about studying. And because I was in Flagstaff and just up on the Mogollon Rim, just above Sedona, I started going down to Sedona through Peak Canyon to take classes.
And that was before Sedona was.
Yes, that was before Sedona was, yeah.
And I hate to say that because, I still think there's some good people that work there, but I think there's some charlatans too that are just.
Oh, well, there's three kinds of people there. Let me qualify this. In my experience, I met three kinds of people in Sedona. People who were the real deal, and man, talk about wow. And then I met people who pretended to be the real deal and were charlatans and gave everybody else a bad name. And then there were people, the wannabes, the people who desperately wanted to do the work, but they couldn't. And I was lucky enough to get hooked up with some people who were the real deal.
Remind me to tell you the story of spreading my mom's ashes in Sedona, because when she got sober years ago, even Sedona and cool, she wanted to be laid to rest there.
Really? Where did you spread her ashes?
Well, we're not talking about that because I found out afterward it's highly illegal to do that.
We did the same thing with my mom's ashes at the Grand Canyon, and we found out later that it was illegal.
Yeah. Now, and the thing is that, oh, well, we're admitting it. So can they come get us? I doubt it, because they can't.
Not unless they're watching this and decide to hunt us down.
Yeah.
I think you're safe. Do you think we're safe? I think we're safe.
Yeah, but I'll tell you the story because I've got the story. You will die laughing. Lance it was bad. Anyway, let's get on with you did all this training. You blow me away. You study constantly. What are you currently doing? And work kind of backwards. Just kind of give us
what am I currently doing? Well, I every other week I work with Donna Lee Steele out of a teleconferencing she's in Flagstaff. She's an evolutionary astrologer. It's a form of astrology that approaches your natal chart from your soul path signature, which is basically your soul's path, this incarnation on the planet. And it gives you information. Your chart can actually give you information regarding what you were working on in your most recent past lives, and then what your trajectory forward is to your soul's evolution. And so it's really interesting. And your soul path signature consists of several components in your chart. So I've been working with her for quite a while, and I continue to study with her. I just finished up working with Jean Dominguez, shaman Jean Dominguez, here in Albuquerque. I worked with her for a year,
And what did she teach?
She's a shaman, and she teaches the Peruvian type of shamanism. And so I had the opportunity to continue studying, but I told her, I said, I really need to integrate this into my life and make everything that I've learned part of my daily practice so that I internalize it and it becomes automatic, like breathing, like a heartbeat, like my heartbeat, before I continue any further. Because I don't, studying things in a shallow way gives you a taste of things, but you really don't necessarily grow with it because you don't internalize it. I've been working with Donna for almost a decade.
Wow.
And I really enjoyed working with Shaman Jean. Excuse me. It was life-changing. But however, I still need to take everything I've learned and continue to absorb it and practice it before I expand. Otherwise, I'm just taking classes to take classes to say I took classes. What's the point
a
in
lot
that?
of people do that. They're, I think that's one of the things I most admire about you is you actually apply it.
Well, I try. I work very hard at it.
Right. You apply it. It's not even try. I watch you do it. So, I watch people run from one conversation to another class, and not recognizing the fact that you can get too much knowledge.
Yes, you can.
Always be, if you're not actually utilizing it or putting it to work, like you can study, you can take astrology and then channeling and then Reiki and all in the same month, and you've mixed and mashed it all together. So
mash is the perfect word for that. It's a mishmash.
Yeah. And it's like you don't remember half of what you learned because you didn't integrate it.
You didn't integrate it. That's exactly right. Yeah.
And I do take a little bit of issue with some of the quick weekend classes because I think that's you're not doing your students any good. You should be working with them. But that's where I love watching you because, I watch you with the Albuquerque Tarot Circle and you're doing Colette Baron Reed and you're doing the astrology. And like you said, you're integrating the shaman. You still get in and you share knowledge and you integrate, but you still study and learn. And you're just amazing to me.
Well, I'm sort of helpless in that respect because I'm a perpetual student. I have, my chart has a lot of emphasis in studying and learning, my natal chart. So I'm an avid student. If I could afford it, I'd just be a professional student because I love learning.
You've also studied under our dear sweet Audrey.
Yes, I've studied under Audrey. I've studied under you. I started with healing touch and then I also studied Reiki, but I had this experience when I studied healing touch that totally freaked me out, brought me to tears. And I'm not a crier, where I had this experience that we were told to do a specific thing with our hands. And I studied, Allie, how many years did I study healing touch? About 4 years. And I was doing what I was guided to, just what felt right. And the instructor kept coming over to me and asking me what I was doing. And I said, I thought I was doing still hands in motion. I thought, and she said, oh, well, but like the fourth time she came over, I just sat down and put my hands underneath my legs. And I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I was doing what you told me to do. And she said, well, are you doing the chakra spread? And I said, I don't know what the chakra spread is. I don't think I'm doing the chakra spread. And she said, oh, I thought you might know what the chakra spread is. And I said, no, I have no idea what that is. I said, what is it? What am I? She said, we're going to do it tomorrow. So then the next day, she taught us that. And I started to cry because I'd been doing the chakra spread like I'd been doing it all my life. It totally freaked me out. I went outside, I was sobbing. She came out. She said, I said, how is this possible? She said, it's because you've done it before. You're remembering it. And so I discovered that my work with healing touch and with Reiki just allowed me to remember and remember what I already knew, and then redevelop it and develop my own style of energy work, what I'm intuitively led to do.
I think that that's probably the best healers doing that.
Mm.
You can talk to Tracy Whittet, and she does transmosis healing, and she started with doing this and doing that, and
she's amazing.
So are you.
Oh, thank you.
You're quite the healer. And that's the same thing that Christine Michelle just said the other day, is that it just morphed into what she does. And that's the same thing as what happened to me.
Sure.
I firmly believe that if you're still doing the same thing and not expanding upon it, and you're not owning your own intuition, I think that you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you're awesome because everything that you learn, I've watched you expand upon. You don't take just a little bit. You go, that smells good. That tastes good. Now I'm going to have the whole meal.
Yeah, let's eat the whole cake.
Digest it, and then you share it.
I try.
Well,
I feel like such
people love your readings. They love you. They love your healing.
No, thank you. I feel like such a newbie. I feel like every time I learn something, I realize how little I know. It's like, oh my God, Rosie, you don't know a damn thing. You've just barely scratched the surface. And so I feel like that's why I'm a perpetual student. I feel like there's always more to learn. And I don't like to presume to teach something that I don't fully understand, I can share my insights and I can recommend places to go to study, but I feel like I don't know enough to be I can teach you how to read. If you're a little kid, I can teach you how to read. I know how to do that.
Teach an adult how to read. I think that the fun thing is that you are a gifted teacher. You've been a teacher for over 40 years. You do some amazing things. And I think that, I think when you said, yes, I could be the professional student, I think that that's because that's where you find your joy, is in the absorption and learning and the application.
Yes, that's true.
Kind of there to teach the teachers how to teach.
Well, I would never presume to do that. Oh my God. What an ego.
No. Do you know how many times I have run across people who should be teaching who have absolutely no idea how to give a class?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. There is an art to that.
Yes. And I think that you're the perfect person because you know so much about education processing, but you also know so much about topics. So you can speak to it intelligently.
Either that or I'm a good faker.
Quit. You're awesome. You're awesome. No. You're amazing. And the thing is,
you're embarrassing me.
I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm trying to let people know just how really good, if they came to you as a client, whether it be for healing or for reading, they're getting a top-notch person there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
See, I will toot your horn, even if you won't toot your horn, because I know.
Oh, I'm not a horn tooter. Oh, I get so embarrassed.
That doesn't
I get
sound
so
good.
embarrassed. I'm actually pretty, I'm a, how do you call it? I'm an introvert, but I can be extroverted. So I'm an extroverted introvert. And so it's really hard for me to, I'm very humble, and actually people would laugh if people who know me as the extrovert would laugh when I say I'm shy, but I am.
Well, I will tell you that I'm a extroverted introvert.
Yeah, so it takes one to know one, right?
An introvert is a person who gets really overwhelmed.
Yes.
Being out in a massive amount of people with all the commotion. They also get a little stressed out being center stage. I don't do well. I had to do a Loom video, as you saw.
Oh, you did a great job on that. I love how it came out.
It doesn't matter. It takes me 3 days to work up the guts.
Yeah, I understand.
Because I've done it enough that I'm okay with it. So I do understand what you're saying. However, you can still be teaching people how to teach, because there's so much that people, I've watched a lot of classes come through the doors of Resident Essentials, and I'm going, you really need some coaching here, because your presentation, you're missing half of the presentation. And I think you'd be perfect for that. So I think anybody should hire you to help them do their videos. If they want to do live videos or, teaching videos, they should be able to tap on you as a resource, because you're awesome.
Oh, thank you. I think what happens is that people who are naturals make it look easy. So other folks will step in and they won't plan, and they try to do it by the seat of their pants, and it doesn't work. People who come on camera and teach a course on camera and make it look easy, you would not believe how structured all the planning and everything, down to every little tiny detail, is planned out ahead of time so that it flows and it's smooth. So you just don't come in and do it by the seat of your pants.
I have 15 videos of teaching.
Yeah.
That I had to do that. And
Yeah.
read a teleprompter to get my points, and then went into the structure of the class and still had my notes down here.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Because you know what? Anybody who thinks that they can know everything at the drop of a hat, there's still some things that you'll miss, some very key point that pulls it all together for somebody.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, when are you working? We know you're doing extra for me.
Which I'm happy to
Let's
do.
fess up to what you did for me.
Well, you are such a hard worker, and you work yourself to death, almost quite literally. And you
got me blushing.
My only responsibilities are me and my dog. And so I'm retired. I don't have to look after kids or grandkids or family. So I have the gift of time. And so I'm happy to be at RE as frequently as I can be to help out, because it's a pleasure. And it gives you time to do things that you otherwise do not have time to do, because you always are doing too much. And I am the pot calling the kettle black, by the way.
I was going there, but I was going to let you finish your sentence. You are there at RE on Tuesdays
and Thursdays.
So giving me the glorious time for Tuesdays, and Thursday being your regular day where you cover for me. But tomorrow you're going to be there too. Wait, today,
Wednesday, I'll be there.
Wednesday, you're covering for me because I have to leave town tomorrow.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm happy to do that. I'm glad you agreed, because you doing a turn and a burn, driving a gazillion hours and turning around and driving a gazillion hours back and then planning on being at the center. It's like, you're going to wear yourself out, sweetie. So I'm happy to be there.
I think that, well, we know that we all have this great, grandiose idea that we're still 22.
I know. My mind still goes there, and I still think I have the energy and the stamina and that my knees can handle it, but nah. Not quite anymore.
After I talked to you yesterday and I pulled the morning glories off the fence.
Yeah.
And looked like the little old lady with the crooked cane that walked the crooked mile. We had lived in the crooked house. Remember that?
Yeah,
Remember that story?
I do.
Was a crooked man who walked a crooked mile with a crooked cane to his crooked house.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Life is worth living.
You bet.
Also do a lot of metaphysics studying. We're reading Michael Rhodes From Illusion into Enlightenment.
Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying that. And that's a great group. If people don't know about it, if you go on Facebook, and it's
Mastering
Metaphysics with Michelle Vidal. And we've read a few books so far, and we read them and discuss them. And right now we're working with Michael J. Rhodes, and actually I'll put in my 2 cents worth here. I'd like to continue with some of his other books.
I gotta tell you, I want to do stepping between the worlds.
Yeah, that's one of his newer ones, isn't it?
It is. And there's one that I just was looking on his website. He's got it going on. He's also doing a live class. So we may have to switch our book class so I can attend both, because he's doing a live class. It'll be on Mondays, and I think it's Mondays because the time changed. Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. So it's like a 6-week course, I think, with a few meditations in there.
Yeah. So we might need to meet a little bit later, or we could
maybe we can all take it if we all sign up.
Yeah,
take it in there.
We could all take it together. That would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, I like his work. I'm very, very impressed.
What you like about it? Tell me how you perceive what his work is doing for humanity.
I think that for me, the biggest impact has been how he clarifies things, and how he reframes things. Like, I love his take on guilt and forgiveness. I was like, talk about an epiphany. And I knew it, but he said it in such a way that it just really brought it home. He says that because we create our own reality through the choices that we make, and we do all this before we even come into an incarnation, that if something happens to us, we don't have anybody to blame because it was our choice. And if there's no blame and no guilt, there's no need for forgiveness. And it's like, oh my God, that's correct.
He's right, because you're looking at the fact of self-accountability.
Yeah, exactly. Taking responsibility.
Everything that we have right now, if I think I'm going to go out and take the skunks and fix the rest of my house. So
and you talked to the skunks, didn't you?
I did in meditation. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I didn't talk to them. I saw through them, which was, I saw what their perception was.
Right.
I came out of that meditation crying. Anyway.
Wow.
So
I love his work, and I love that he says we're eternal. I love, which I knew. I love that he says it's all about unconditional love. And if you can't pretend. If you can't get there, pretend, because if you pretend long enough, you'll get, I mean, I just love his take on things, and I love the way he expresses it for the layperson, for people new to, I just think he's amazing.
I love his phrase. You need to wake up every morning and say you are a magnificent, metaphysical, multidimensional, eternal being of love and light.
Yeah.
Then he tells people to say every morning, I consciously create universal love and trust.
Yeah.
And feel it, really
Feel it, yeah, in your body.
Yes, it's amazing things. And it's really, it's the shift that's important, I think, now. I think we're at a time where we need to shift. And I think I watch you and you're just so on top of that shift. You really
I try.
Well, a lot of people, I'm not trying, they forget to try. I don't think that they don't want to try. I think they just forget to try. I think they do it for a day and then they forget that this is one day in the drop of a bucket, and they forget to keep saying it. They quit believing in themselves. They quit feeling it.
Well, and I think that we have so many distractions in our day-to-day lives. I mean, like right now I'm dealing with a broken hot water heater and no hot water. I paid my rent for the third time. For 3 times I've paid my rent, and 3 times I've paid rent for a place that has a broken hot water heater. And that's a distraction. That's a mundane 3 world pain in the butt.
What I create.
Yeah. And it's a pain in the butt. And then it's like, so why did I create this? To learn to enjoy cold showers and be invigorated? I don't know. But yeah, so I think we get distracted. I think we get distracted.
Sure, because we're still living subconsciously and conscious in our world. I agree. So if somebody wanted to come visit you, if they didn't pick you on the days that you're there, what do they get to do?
Well, I have to tell you that I am grateful and honored to be allowed to be on Michelle's website. She saves my butt. I don't have to do my own website. So if anybody wants to get in touch with me, all they have to do is go to resonantessentials.com, go to the practitioners tab, and everybody is right there. And you scroll, you read our bios if you're interested, and then you scroll down to the bottom and you can schedule your appointment online. And I usually have the schedule for the entire month. Like October, I'm done. All my hours and days are done to like through the first week of November. So, but I am flexible. If somebody has a job where they're tied up all day and they need to see me a late night or a Sunday or a Saturday, we can always schedule that. They just call me. And my phone number is on that page, as is my email. If you call me, please leave a message. I will not pick up a phone call that I don't recognize the number. I will listen to the message, however, or text me and just identify yourself and say you want a reading. If you email me, use my email address and just put in the subject line, put that you're wanting a reading. And that's the best way to contact me for a reading. And my fees are the same as everybody. We sort of as readers, we pretty much have a standard fee. So it's $50 for 30 minutes and it's $100 for 60 minutes. I do like to run specials, so I'll be running a special over the holiday. I usually start that day after Thanksgiving. What is that, Black Friday? Is that Black Friday? I usually start at Black Friday and I go through till Christmas Eve, and I do a BOGO. So you buy either a 30-minute reading and get one at regular price and one for free, or you buy a 60-minute reading and get one at regular price, not for free, for half off. I'm sorry, half off. Yeah. Buy one, get one half off.
On the hour or on both?
On both. Okay. So you can do
buy one, get one half off.
Yeah. So you for two 30-minute readings, which would be, normally $100, it would be $50 and $25. So it'd be $75. So you save yourself $25.
Okay, I'm looking to see if there were any questions.
Oh, okay. We're at 9:32. So I think are we running over?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. I don't
Okay.
you mind because you're like, but I go. But I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I
This was way less scary and way less difficult than I thought it would be. I was not dreading it, but I had dubious feelings about an interview. I'm camera shy.
Well, but this coming from somebody who did readings over the radio for Flagstaff on the drive to work and another day on the drive home.
Yeah, but it's different on the radio. That was a really fun gig. I worked for actually I volunteered. It was a community radio station. So all the work there was done by volunteers, and we had underwriters who helped support it and donations. And I did that for a couple of years until I got tired of being the most committed volunteer. And I said, you know what, if somebody's not going to help me with this, I think I'm done. And so, but it was a really great experience. It was a lot of fun. The show was called Peek into the Unknown, and that's my Facebook page where I offer mini readings, one card mini readings Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I had listeners who said, please don't give up your Facebook page. Please continue to do your mini readings through the week.
Well, and you share those with the group too.
I do. I share that on Resonant Essentials, the group. We
really appreciate you for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. We want to do something like that. See if KUNM will allow us to do something like that. So that's something that's in the works.
I want you to be sure to let everybody know you're going to be at the Psychic Fair this weekend.
Yes, I will be at the Psychic Fair on the 10th.
Well, that's going to have a rummage
coming
sale.
weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep, we're going to have a rummage sale too. So we've got a lot of kitchen supplies about somebody I know. I won't say who, but I'll whistle.
There's another box coming.
Of baking and candy making supplies, because somebody who is amazing is donating this stuff. So we'll have it out there for the holidays. We will be doing readings and healings, and there will be paintings and jewelry, and there will be honey, I hope, from William.
Oh, nice.
He as a beekeeper, hopefully I've got to send a text.
Yeah. I'm going to bring a bunch of books, 2 metaphysical books.
Oh, good.
I'll bring some of those to also have a women's sale.
We will be there.
So that sounds, and what time are we starting the rum? What time are we starting on Sunday, since we're doing the rummage sale?
I'm gonna have everything kind of set up. We're still doing noon to 5. So I'm gonna have to move my circle
To a different time. What time do you want me there? I'll help you set up.
Let me get with you.
Okay, because I'll come early and help you set up.
All right, dear friend. Love you.
Thank you. Love you right back. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, how do I get out of here?